Hey guys, welcome back. I've been asked to do Will Smith and Jada with that whole issue. This one popped up. Just wanted to show you goblins. Popped up when I did the shuffling. Goblins are telling me that they are also into some dark things. It's very interesting for me. I mean, I think most people know that it's not as it seems and what we really think it is. But we're gonna double check it today. Just with the whole entanglement. I love the song that they've made about it, entanglement. And August Alzinia will check on that situation as well and see what we get from it. Okay, let's do a break. I feel like I need to do 3 here. Alright, let's see. Will Smith and Jada. Pinkett. Okay. You guys see all the cards? Mostly. Yeah. Alright, so the first card I got here, guys, was the elephant listening. I feel like they're listening to what everybody's talking about. They're really following social media. They're following what people are talking about them. Image is very important to them. They do meditate. They do go internal and they do try and do the good and see the good of people and things in the situation, but it's under their terms and it's under their circumstance. So what is good in meditation to them is not necessarily what is good in meditation to us, if that makes sense. They listen to music with August. So if there's August, the August connection is already there. They're trying to listen to him and see what his next move is. I feel like they're not really talking right now. And they're trying to move forward with it. They're trying to push forward with it. It's interesting. I'm getting an interesting vibe from this reading. Solitude. So the solitude is out because they like their solitude. They don't like anybody. They like to go within themselves and they like to keep everything private. And they like to be meditating and in their own goodness, right? This solitude tells me they had to come out publicly and they didn't want to. So August probably pushed the buttons for them to come out. And something about August's story is not necessarily true, but it's not necessarily a lie either. It really was an entanglement, but whether him and Jada slept together, that is a different story. But they're definitely not in solitude. And you see the reflection here? They're looking at themselves in the mirror and they're trying to make it music. They're trying to make it fun and entertaining. And they probably gave August the go-ahead to make the song that he did after that, just to make light of it and to keep it going. But there's something dark about the situation that I'm getting here. Details. There's lots of paperwork. There's navigation through life. So August is trying to navigate through life. But he's searching for something. And he thought it was glitters and gold, but it brought him skeletons and shame. August loved this family. He loved this family. He was closer to Will and closer to the kids, but he was closer to Will. He got contracted with Jada for something. But it's turned upside down. So you see upside down it says there clarity. August saw clarity in the situation. He saw it. It's not what he thought it was. Not all that glitters is gold. He knows something dodgy is going on with this family, and but he still feels connected to the family, so he's trying to get out, but he also wants to be in contact, but doesn't, if that makes sense. You know, when we all have those kinds of relationships sometimes where you know the person is not good for you, but you can't let go. He's getting clarity now. He had solitude and now he's coming out. After he's had his solitude to think about everything, now he's coming forward and the solitude is gone. He's got clarity in this situation with this family, the Smith family. Home. It was a home for him. I don't know August's full story. Maybe you guys can tell me, but it looks like he didn't have a very good upbringing and it became home for him. It was like his adopted family. And in time, he became one of them. There's a little owl here, which is a cult. So he became part of like an occultic family. It's a different occultic family. I know that they have some connection to Scientology, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they still do, but I'm getting it's a different occultic than I'm getting from the Kardashian occult. There's different kinds of occults, right? And some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are both. This one looks very dark, actually. But he's now left their home. He wasn't comfortable. He got his clarity. Something happened. Gentle gardener. So this for me is Jada, and she was trying to gentle garden. You see there's 3, 1, 2, 3. That's her, the kids and August. August is a little bit further away. She was watching over it. I feel like Jada's his handler. Jada was handling his career, his money, his finances, his paperwork, and it looks like she lost some sort of deal for him that might have come through, and that made him kind of step back into solitude and realize with clarity that this person's not really for him. But August still has a connection to the family somehow. He wasn't romantically involved with any of them. He was just a friend, but with the kids, that is. But he's got some sort of connection with Will. See, Will's not here. Will's left. Will doesn't want to be part of this. He doesn't want the story to come out. Will's trying to keep the story. Will did this Red Table Talk because he wanted to come out as the guy that said, you know, this is what it is, let me just tell you, because he tried to get in front of the story before it took a life of its own and the truth really came out. What they talked about in the Red Table Talk is not 100% accurate. Some parts are truth, but not 100%. And August made the song, and they're trying to like let it go with the song. That's what I'm getting for that. She's his handler. But he wants Will, he's looking for Will, and Will's gone. When Will sort of ditched him or sort of stepped back from him, the home was no longer home for him. It feels like August is not too fond of Jada. They were friends, but I think he realized maybe that she was actually handling him. And then he was like, oh, this is how the business works. Somebody's taking care of my money, my paperwork. It's not what I thought. Let's see what these shells have to say. Let's see what the universe has to say about this situation. That one's not on anything. Alright. These two. This one is not on anything. So this one is here. These two seem to be linked to this. You see the kids. Okay, so this one here, listening. Alrighty, you see all the sand still coming out? When you think there's nothing left in something, more and more comes out. When you think there's nothing there, more and more comes out. And that's how it's and that's how you see with the sand, right? This is where they're listening. You see when they're listening here? They're listening closely to what the social media has to say because they want to spin the story, and they're listening to what August has to say. It's almost like a chess game, a chess move that they're doing. You see? And here, they're going to spin the story and spin the story, but it's going to come out. There's going to be a hole in the story, and they're going to lose the story. It also tells me here, this is a barnacle. So it means that they're sticking to something. They're like barnacles. They want the money, the fame, and they want to keep their story right. So that's what they've done with this. This here is telling me there's like a mixed situation. There's some sort of mixed situation. This is about the entanglement. This is the mixed situation. That's very interesting, right? It's not quite as what it seems. It's different. There's different layers to it. And what they're talking about is not 100%. I feel like I want to say that there was an intimate party that these guys had. I wouldn't say necessarily that August and Jada slept together, but there's some intimacy that happened maybe in a group setting. But this one here, you can see it's kind of like a shell in a stone, which means it's beauty, it's becoming beauty. I think it's August coming out. For me, this is August. He's coming out and he's telling them, like, I was the stone, I'm now the shell. I once was lost, now I'm found. And he's seeing things for what they are. looks like August might have a child on the way, because this is with solitude. There's definitely a whirlwind. There's something going on emotionally with August, and he's very emotional. He's very emotional. He's got some sort of attachment, and I want to say it's with Will. Whether it's romantic or sexual, I'm not sure, but he's may just be fatherly, but he has an attachment with Will, and he's trying to get Will's attention with this whole thing. This here, remember, it's got a little hole here, the shininess, and the shell here. It's hidden. Everything is hidden. It's dark, occult stuff, and it's gonna fall through. Jada's lost money. Jada's lost some money. Will is still having the money, but he's about to lose. He's also about to lose something. There's something that's gonna get lost. And here there's a child. There's a child between, I don't know if it's Will or Jada or August, but there's a child here that's not being spoken about, that they're not actually talking about. This home here was linked. It was joined with these two. So Gentle Garden and home. August is looking for a home, stability, maybe even for this child. Or maybe August is like childlike, and he's got a childlike mentality. I know he had some issues, right? And he's looking for a home, but the home is upside down. So he's looking for this gentle gardener, someone to take care of him and help him. See here? There's a bit of light and there's a bit of dark. Okay, but it's broken, but it's beautiful inside. There's layer after layer after layer. And here I'm telling you what they think that they're doing correctly and right. They do a lot of good things, but it's to cover the bad things that they do. They do some bad things, but you see here, these kids. These are Jada's kids, and their kids are broken. Their kids are so lost. The older one more is lost, and bisexual looks like here. I think she might have actually said that she's bisexual. Willow, I think Willow is definitely bisexual. She's had affairs with women. She's with a guy now, but she's had affair with women. There's a woman here. There's a woman here. Jaden's got a lot of darkness in it, but not of his own doing. It's his own darkness following him. It's a shadow. It looks like his like ancestors or shadows or something are following him with his dad. He's following into that line with his money, but there's so much darkness surrounding it, and it's a very small shell, which means it's not going to be big. He's not going to be as big as his dad was, and he's going to lose it. His mom's already lost something. His dad's going to lose it, and here his shell's not going to get very big. His money's not going to be very big, but he's got a lot of darkness and shadows following him. So I hope he's able to get rid of those shadows and be better with that. And that's my Will and Jada reading, guys. Thanks.